Hello everyone, this is Steven from the Even Steven channel, and today we're taking a look at the Taurus Raging Bull. Normally I would get a box, and I open the box up, show you what's inside, then I take a look at the gun. However, when I bought this revolver, this 44 Magnum Taurus revolver, it came pretty much just a holster, which is actually a very nice holster. Very nice leather holster. I can't really identify the maker. It looks like a big K on there. Very nice, high-quality holster that would actually be very useful. It's like carrying around, say, hunting. I imagine this is what this was for. The person who had it before carried it around as kind of like a backup hunting revolver, which makes a lot of sense. So when I bought it, I got the revolver, I got the holster. I got like these cleaning swabs, which are sized for 44 Magnum and 45 Colt. A little tight, but I did use them a little bit just to clean it out. It does seem to work. And I got one speed loader that came with the gun. I didn't put the ammo in it. The ammo didn't come with it. But it came with one speed loader. It's a little bit loose for a speed loader. But, yeah, it's nice. Nice little bonus. A box would have been nice, but what are you going to do? I bought it used. I knew what I was getting into. So, that's what I got. So now we'll take the gun out of the holster. We're going to check that that's not loaded, so I'm going to push on this lever here, which will not unlock. It has two latches. And it's not loaded. So it's hard to tell by itself, well, maybe not, that this is a relatively large gun. Can I zoom out a little bit? No? No, I'm zoomed out. This is a relatively large gun. It's hard to tell by itself, but as you actually hold it, it's a large gun. It's a big gun. I have a Ruger GP100 that I will eventually do a video on, and it is just overall bigger in every single way. It appears that the barrel is like 6¼ inches, just a little over 6 inches, and it's just a kind of a big, heavy gun. However, that big, heavy gun is what you want to kind of tame that 44 Magnum cartridge. So very quickly go back to front. We got a really nice rubber grip here. The grip feels large. It feels big. But I like this. This is just aesthetics. This red or orange back strap here. It just overall just looks really nice, and it feels really good in the hand. The whole gun is kind of a matte stainless steel. Looks very nice. This gun does have little nicks and scratches here. Not sure how well it's going to come off on camera. It has little dings here and there. I feel like this was what I said it was, a backup hunting gun for someone. Trigger guard, trigger, cylinder, hammer, very nice hammer spur. This is of course a double or single action revolver, so that's a double action pull. That is the hammer action pull. Cylinder release is here and here. I believe that the reason this is like this is not for it's not for safety, it's not for the strength of the gun. I believe that as you're shooting this gun, which is quite powerful, you might have a tendency to accidentally bump this, because the gun will suddenly jerk back. And as you're doing that, I have hit this with my thumb. Like I've been shooting like this, and it will come back and hit my thumb. So I believe you have the secondary latch here. Push here, and you have to push here. So what I do is I typically push here, push down here, and then my... Oh, okay. It's admittedly not the smoothest thing, because you're basically doing it with this. This is not for fast reloads. This is for the sake of making sure this gun doesn't pop open when you're shooting it. Bit of a trade-off. Sights are fully adjustable black contrast sights. I like them. They're the same on my Ruger GP100, which again I'll do a video on soon. Overall, I just really like the looks of it. I like the kind of full underlug. Kind of how like the ejector rod is shrouded. If you look at the ejector rod. Why is it so stiff? This seems so stiff right now. There's that little latch. Again, I don't think it's for strike. I think it's just to make sure you don't accidentally open the gun. It's all very smooth and well put together. Watch this. So I can do it right. Look how smooth that is. These ribs, I think, are really just for show. Look nice. Got a porting in the front and a very large front blade. Now, admittedly, I will say I was a little bit afraid to shoot this gun. This is 44 Magnum. Let me just grab my box here. So this particular ammo is American Eagle. I was shooting something else. I think I was shooting S&B. This is all I have left. American Eagle, 140 grain, going at, let's see, 1,230 feet per second. That's a lot of power. It's a lot of power. And I have to admit, I was a little bit intimidated about the idea of shooting this, but once I did it, I realized it wasn't that bad. This gun has a lot of weight to it. There's a lot of heft to it. It's ported. It really wasn't that bad to shoot. Now, keep in mind, this is still 44 Magnum. You shoot this, it's going to suddenly jerk back a lot of recoil, a lot of authority, but it's not overwhelming. It's not overbearing. I think the average person could do it. Now, I do have some targets here. One, really, I have one target. This is me at 10 yards, shooting pretty much just what I had. I had like 35 rounds. This is me, 35 rounds, shooting at 10 yards. Now, I'm showing a little bit low right. I think over time I can kind of tighten this up so it's more here. I could adjust the sights. I could tighten those groups up, but honestly, I don't have the ammo, and I'm having trouble finding it. And unfortunately, I basically have 7 rounds left. I got this, and then one random cartridge that I don't know where it came from. But I have 7 rounds left. I'm having trouble finding ammo for this. I'm having trouble finding 45 Colt, 44 Magnum, 357 Magnum, 44 Special, all those Revolver cartridges. I'm having a hard time finding. But as intimidating as this gun is, as intimidating as cartridges, I actually really enjoyed shooting this gun. I really did enjoy shooting this gun. I wish I could find more ammo and shoot it more. I guess that's a good sign. For some reason, the only place that the caliber is actually marked is right here, very faintly stamped, 44 Magnum. The Raging Bull. And the only other information is here. Taurus Raging Brazil 444. I don't know what that is. I have to say, yeah, actually I really do like this gun, and I wish I could shoot it more, so I guess that's a good sign. Now, what do I envision this gun for? I think first and foremost, this really is a range toy. I think this gun has very little practical application. I think it's a range toy. I think it's something to bring to range and say, look at this, got a 44 Magnum, you shoot, bam! It's actually not that loud either, surprisingly. It's not that loud, and the kick isn't that bad. I guess it just comes from being a big, heavy 6¼ inch barreled gun. I think it's something to bring to the range, show your friends, show off, have some fun, shoot a really big, powerful handgun. And I think that's really its intention. Now, I think the other practical use for it is a backup hunting firearm. That you're in the woods, you're walking around, you have whatever your rifle is, your shotgun, whatever it is, and something just runs out at you. Then you pull out your revolver, bam, 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 and 6 shots of 44 Magnum, if you do your job, should kill anything in North America, honestly. That's really what it's intended for. It's intended as a gun that can, like, kill a horse. And I think that's going to pretty much do it for the Raging Bull. Yeah, I think this is a highly recommended gun. It seems like a very well-made gun. I think the machining is just gorgeous. I think the attention to detail is really good. I'm kind of impressed. You know, Taurus has a reputation of not making the greatest guns. However, I always knew they did make pretty good revolvers. I have another 38 Special revolver. This is 44 Magnum, much bigger, much more powerful. And I think, wow, there's a lot of quality went into this gun. It looks like someone has taken this apart and kind of screwed up, messed with the screws a little bit. I don't think Taurus did. I think it's the owner who owned this previously did that. So I don't mind the fact that I got this gun at a pretty good price, and it's a little dinged up a little here and there. You know, it already has some scratches on it. It already has little nicks there, here and there, and so I don't have to worry about it being damaged. It's not like a collector's gun. It's not like a heirloom gun. It's a gun that you're going to take out and shoot. And I think for those intended roles as a fun range gun, as a hunting firearm, maybe just straight up a hunting firearm, a primary hunting firearm, yeah, I think it worked pretty well. So I guess that will be it. This is Steven from the Even Steven channel with the Taurus Raging Bull. Oh, that's a gorgeous holster though. Highly recommended for the purposes I outlined. Alright, I will see you next time. Do all that like, share, and subscribing. Thank you, and goodbye.